In the early days, in a quiet part of Virginia, there was a young boy. He was so cute, quiet, curious, always watching, always learning. No one knew that this small boy running around the fields would one day become a global name. No one knew that this simple child would become the face of a new nation. His name was George Washington. He was born in 1732, at a time when America did not even exist as a country. It was just land controlled by the powerful British Empire. Life was not easy. When George was only 11 years old, his father died. That moment changed everything. He had to grow up fast. While other boys were still playing, George was learning responsibility. He worked as a land surveyor in his teenage years, traveling through forests, facing harsh weather, and learning discipline. Those lonely journeys built something inside him: strength. As he grew older, he joined the military. He wasn't perfect. He made mistakes. He lost battles. But every loss taught him something powerful: resilience. Years later, when the American colonies decided they wanted freedom from British rule, they needed a leader. Not just any leader. They needed someone strong, calm, and respected. They chose George Washington. At that time, the British Army was the strongest in the world. The American soldiers were tired, poorly trained, and hungry. Many people believed the revolution would fail, but Washington refused to quit. One of the hardest times was during the winter at Valley Forge. Soldiers had no proper clothes. Some had no shoes. They were freezing. They were starving. Washington could have given up. He could have walked away. But he stayed. He stood with his men in the cold. He shared their pain. He encouraged them. He inspired them. And slowly, hope returned. After years of fighting, sacrifice, and courage, the impossible happened. America won. The powerful British Army surrendered. The world was shocked. And suddenly, George Washington became the most powerful man in America. Now here is where his story becomes truly powerful. Many people wanted him to become king. Yes, king. He had the army. He had the support. He had the power. Most men in his position would have accepted the crown. But George Washington did something the world had never seen before. He stepped down. He gave up power willingly. He went back home. That single decision shocked even King George III of Britain. Leadership like that was rare. Years later, when America created its Constitution, there was only one man everyone trusted to be the first president. George Washington became the first president of the United States. Again, he could have stayed in power for life. Again, he chose to step aside after 2 terms. He showed the world that leadership is not about holding power forever. It is about building something that lasts beyond you. He started as a young, quiet boy in Virginia. He became a soldier. He became a general. He became a president. He became global. But more than titles, he became a symbol of character. George Washington died in 1799, but his name never died. Because true greatness does not fade. It echoes through history. I just want to let you know that greatness is not born in comfort. It is built through discipline, courage, and the decision to do what is right, even when you have the power to do otherwise.